Hi, it's Thursday, the 17th of April, and we're here to look at the astrology for the Easter weekend. So I'm going to go straight to the share so you can see the chart. There we are. Right, so the goodies we have for us this weekend. Um, Venus is going to conjunct Saturn for the last time. Now, it will nevertheless be quite close to Saturn for a few more days. But the way these things work, this is the third hit, and consequently, it's the one I always call the healing run. So it means that the circumstances that have been brought into play or have resonated with or been in similarity with the planets, um, they are on the table again, and there will be some final adjustments. And this time, the adjustments will be the ones that stay. So it's like putting something to bed for the last time, having gotten it up and moved it around and couldn't make your mind up, and lots of sort of energy and activity going on around it. Now something is laid to rest. So, if you have anything that has been depressing you recently, if you have things that have made you somber, pensive, um, and concerned with things, so that it's kind of like lowered your energy, then this should be the last time, and therefore the time when you can perhaps see things differently. Perhaps now you can put things in a better place. Perhaps now you can get some serenity or some peace with them. It's a difficult one, this, because it is in Pisces, and therefore there's a lot of pining, yearning, longing, some very whimsical energy around Pisces. And Pisces doesn't really lend itself to being permanent or putting something to rest or laying something down for the future. Pisces is really there to dissolve things. It's there for the dissolution. It's there to reduce things and take them back to the cosmic water from which new life springs again. However, amidst that Piscean water, there is something that is reaching its finality. That's the best way I can put it. Okay, now, so that's done. We've got actually three planets changing signs over the course of the few days. So yesterday, Mercury changed into Aries. Finally, Mercury has come out of Pisces, but we won't notice because Mercury has gone conjunct to Neptune. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, and so it's no different at the moment, except that there is probably for Geminians in particular, or wherever you find Gemini in your chart, because everybody's got a bit of it. If you've got a lot of Gemini, then you can count yourself as a Gemini type person. So for Gemini type people and Gemini sun signs, um, yes, there is an awareness of more aggression or energy or get up and go, if you like. But at the same time, there is such a heavy weight. It's like a sponge full of water that really can't be lifted up. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's still quite heavy. And again, lots of pining, yearning, and longing. Okay, so when Mercury has moved on after a few days, then we'll really start to see things speed up. Then communication will go faster. It can also be more aggressive. It can also be more feisty, but generally things move faster when Mercury is in a fire sign. The Sun is going to change signs and move into Taurus on Saturday, and Mars is finally going to move into Leo tomorrow. Now, this creates a situation which I'm just going to show you. So, Mars is going to move into Leo. Right, now at that point, it is going to be squaring or 90 degrees from the sun, which will be in Taurus. Now that picks up Pluto over here in Aquarius. These are 3 points on the fixed cross. And in actual fact, there is another planet over here, but I haven't got it in the program, and that's Haumea, a dwarf planet, is at 2 degrees of Scorpio. So I'll just stop the share so I can talk to you. So there we go. So these 4 planets together will be just entering what we call the fixed cross. And what this means is it increases the amount of stubbornness, the unyielding energy of the cosmos is more obvious. The fixed cross is one that is great for persistence, great for getting on with something and going at it and going at it and going at it until you finally do it. There's a great sense of perseverance. But it also means that our cosmic environment becomes more, it has tenacity. It becomes more sort of implacable, if you like. Okay, so let's just take Mars, for instance, on this one. Mars moving into Leo. This puts the Leo energy in our cosmos in overdrive. Now, there is a very famous man out there at the moment in the news all the time who has a lot of Leo in his chart. He has a Leo ascendant, and that's Donald Trump. So he will, I expect, be increasing or going into overdrive with his Leo. And that means his pompousness and his self-awareness, and with his general ability to claim an audience. I should imagine that the Trump propaganda machine will be revved up even more. And what else have we got there? Yes, including Haumea. Haumea is a dwarf planet that is mainly concerned with the earth, the crust of the earth, the fabric of the earth, material things, and very much about the feminine and our planet. And so there will be something of she is being supported, if you like, or brought into activity by the other planets. So there's really not much that can be noticed on an individual basis when it comes to Haumea. This tends to be a planetary thing. It's what Gaia is going through. But it just sort of adds to that fixity that is in the cosmic ether. I always think about this as being rather like nature. This time of the year for the UK in particular is we're just entering summer. Things are getting warmer. Things are getting much more friendly outside. It's not so cold. It's nice to go out and be in the sunshine, and we're watching nature grow. So for me, it's always something about being more in touch with nature, with the physical things, with the earth, that kind of stuff, because Taurus is involved after all. The sun is moving into Taurus. So yes, an earthly awareness, more of an earthy awareness. The earth element is riding high. Well, with that and Leo in overdrive, that's quite a lot of senses, sensuality, sense things coming through. So it's more of a tangible time and less of a surreal time where things don't feel as if they're grounded. Things will certainly feel as if they are being grounded. Okay, there is therefore going to be a trine between Mars in Leo and Mercury in Aries, 2 fire signs. Again, really, this just speeds up communication. It speeds up the volatility of communication as well. And it will drive things into an accelerated masculine energy. Right, so a weekend where traditionally we do an egg hunt on Sunday morning, and we celebrate the Easter Bunny and spring and all the wonderful things that come with this time of the year. And with that, I guess those energies are supporting that, and therefore that will support the activities of this weekend when generally people get into their Easter thing. I don't know about elsewhere in the world, but here in the UK, we tend to get busy with DIY because we've got 4 days. So we can take the kitchen apart and put it back together again, this sort of thing. And schools are off, so families are very much in evidence. Lots of going on holiday for the first time, this sort of thing. Right. Well, we've got reasonable astrological weather for that. And as for Mars moving into Leo and Trump's propaganda machine moving into overdrive, well, that's going to be like that for a few weeks. So it doesn't all have to happen this weekend. I should imagine that you might be taking some time off to Mar-a-Lago and playing golf or something, also enjoying the weather. Mind you, always get good weather over there, do you? I think. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go before I get myself into trouble. And I'll see you next week. I'm cutting these videos down to 2 a week at the moment. I need to start writing. I'm going to be writing blogs and doing something else, to something different on media. I miss actually writing the blogs, so I thought I'm going to cut down on the videos and increase on the blogs. And I've got another book I must finish as well. Anyway, it was great to talk to you, and I'll have a lovely weekend, and I shall see you next week. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.